Hello and welcome to our channel.
We are Fran and Rich, and 7 years ago we took a big step selling our house to buy a narrowboat for a simpler off-grid lifestyle.
Fast forward to today, we've switched boats and added Percy, our motorhome.
We've also found a space to grow our own produce, stepping closer to that self-sufficient dream.
So come along with us and our spaniel Archie as we share our journey. We're off the boat today for a short walk about 3.5 miles through some woodland near the village of Frampton-on-Severn. Oh man alive, it is absolutely gorgeous.
We've come out for a little walk to try and find our way into some woods that are almost opposite where the boat is moored, but we couldn't work out how to get into them. And we're spying out places to do our dawn chorus walk.
Yeah.
So we've had a bit of a convoluted way round, haven't we?
We have. But it's absolutely gorgeous. It's nice as always to get off the canal, see something different, do something different. Buggerlugs down here has had to be put on his lead because it's that time of year when there's ground nesting birds, etc. So we don't want him messing around with them.
He's had a swim though. We've just gone over the River Cam, which is only little, and he's had his first swim of the spring, and he's absolutely in heaven. So we've actually had our final bill from our boat safety scheme inspection and the gas safety inspection, which seemed to come with it.
Yes.
And it's just short of £600, and we're not very happy.
The service inspector himself charged us £285.
Which we knew about in advance, didn't we?
We did. But curiously enough, the charge within that £285 was for the certificate itself as well. So how can you charge for a certificate you haven't been able to give? But anyway, then the gas guys came, fitted the bubble tester, put some new piping on, which apparently we needed, who knew? And that came out to £295.
Including £85 for another certificate.
Yeah.
Which we didn't even know we needed.
So we batted a few text messages back and forth last night, and the gas people are reducing their bill by £85. So just over 500 quid for the full assessments. And the thing is, we know somebody on the canal system who's got a 40-odd-year-old boat, and he got his assessed and passed for 250 quid with a gas certified assessor. So yeah, we're a bit irked, to say the least.
We've learned our lesson. A few people have said we should have done more research, but you know, we've paid £285 for an inspection. We didn't expect to have to do work before that. We thought we could trust this all to be...
Well, as you said, if you take your car in for an MOT, you don't give it an MOT yourself, do you, before you go? So anyway...
We're all safe, and it's worth it to know that we're all safe, and
Yeah.
everything is shipshape. And you know, the only thing that was actually wrong to prevent us getting a certificate was the lack of straps, which you did in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But people, if you're going to have a BSS, just check out. And you're going to have to work hard to find if your inspector is gas registered, because BSS did not make it obvious.
No, they don't.
So you've got to look into it and find out. And if you haven't got a bubble tester, get a gas safe engineer.
Yeah, and he can fit one for you if you want one, that is. You know, so anyway, that's that done and dusted.
We're
Lessons
parking
learned.
it and putting it behind us.
We're trying to park it.
It's like, yeah, it's just left. The thing is, you don't mind spending the money if you need to, but nobody wants to be feel that you've been taken advantage of, which we did feel a little bit.
Yeah, if that is the case. But anyway,
we're all sorted.
Let's carry on with this walk. As you can see, we're in our shirt sleeves. March has been really warm and dry. I wonder what April's going to bring.
It's such an emotive time of year, spring, and I can remember back to different woodlands that we've been in when we were up in Skipton and when we were on Llangollen. I can remember the flowers and how different everything is. This year we've got no wild garlic, hardly at all, and nearly every year we've found it all over the place. The only place we've seen it is in the Wildlife Wetlands Trust, which we can't pick, but it's just bizarre how different woodlands can be in different areas. This one hasn't got a single bluebell in it as far as we can see. Lots of celandines, and that's it. So it's just interesting how it brings back memories. It's this time of year, it brings back so many memories.
It's a managed forest though, isn't it? All the trees are in line, and there's lots of coppicing going on.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's still a nice place to be.
It is a lovely place to be, and I think it will make a great dawn chorus spot if we can moor up fairly nearby and have a walk here and bring our breakfast. It'll be fab.
There are lots of these pheasant feeders dotted around the woodland for them what like to shoot poor defenceless birds, but let's not get into that. Let's just enjoy this walk. Hampton-on-Severn, a favourite place of ours to visit, is only about 10 minutes or so from the canal. We find ourselves wandering around here very frequently. This beautiful barn was built in the 17th century, replacing one that blew down in storms. Imagine the weight that roof holds. Well, there's Laura Maisie, the last boat in the line, nearly home. Well, here we are in the Polytunnel of Love on plot 30. Now, we said before it was plot 13, but I've just been told it's plot 13.
Which is a bit of a pain because the allotment journal book is called plot 13. But there you go, it doesn't matter really. It doesn't matter.
So we've had a few hours here today. It's now evening time. It's a beautiful evening again. And we're just so happy here, aren't we?
We are.
It is our happy place. It really is.
And we had to get this polytunnel because the back of the boat was just sinking under the weight of seeds. We had seeds everywhere. It's not absolutely ideal because we would have liked to have had a glass greenhouse, but we just urgently needed somewhere
Yeah.
to put all the plants, didn't
Yeah.
we? So we've got this polytunnel, which is actually great. It ended up being bigger than it was supposed to be, didn't it?
Yes, it's half a metre longer than was meant to be, but
It's
we're
great.
happy with it, aren't we? It's all right.
It's given us room. We'll show you in a minute to have a little bit of a potting bench and grow all our seeds. They're all on shelves, and we could also have a couple of raised beds in here for some hot food, chilies and
Yeah.
tomatoes and stuff like that.
Well, it's a bit flimsy, but I've been going around securing it, bashing battens into the ground and tying it to that to make it a bit more stronger. So what you expect for 70 quid, I suppose. It's not too bad.
It'll do us for a few years, hopefully. But the plot is more or less organised now. We've dug it. We've got the dreaded bindweed on there, and couch grass
And ground elder.
and ground
We've
elder.
got everything we don't want.
So, but we're not spraying, definitely not spraying. So we're just going to have to keep on digging it out. And it's not a massive plot. So each time we come down, we'll just pick a bed and weed it out thoroughly. And hopefully get on top of it.
The pathways, we decided to have a curved pathway rather than just a straight one, just to shake it up a bit. But the pathways have been made using wood chip. And we laid flat cardboard down, took all the sellotape off the boxes, laid the cardboard down, and then put the wood chip on top.
And we're lucky to have a big pile of wood chip that we can help ourselves to for free.
That seems to work okay, doesn't
yeah,
it? You know, we've got that from watching Charles Dowding on YouTube, but it's fine. And we like the curved path, and it's got people stopping and staring and saying, "Oh, that's different."
And it just meant that once you've got the structure there, I think that was the real good thing. I was very inclined to try and dig it all over and then work out where the path went. But you put the path in, and once it was there, you knew where you could start working around, didn't you? And we've got some beds that are really good, some beds that are really bad. Today, the seed potatoes have gone in.
The spuds have gone in, yeah.
In one of the worst beds.
Why didn't we film it? I don't know why we didn't film it, but yeah.
No, we were too busy enjoying it, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, we forgot to film that. But then it's a real clumpy, weedy bed. But the idea is that the potatoes will break it up, and as we earth them up, we'll just keep digging out the weed.
So that's our little plot for today. We're going to show you what's growing here in a second, and
it's all working out. It's all working out well. I mean, we've almost got it all sorted out now. The sowing's all up to date. So we're going off cruising for a few days now. We're going to Gloucester, and then we think we might go off in the van for a few days as well, because we are all up to date. And so we've probably got a week or so that we can just come and give it a little drink and then just go and enjoy ourselves elsewhere.
It seems really odd doing vlogs and bits to camera from a strange, different place, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know? So we'll get the hang of it and we'll get used to it.
Are you still going to bed dreaming about your allotment and your plants?
Man alive, we've watched so much YouTube about allotments. We read so many magazines. We've got Readly on our iPads, then we read that, all the gardening magazines.
And the other funny thing is that, you know, I've had an allotment since I was 20 when I got my first. I don't know about you.
About 30.
A lot of years of allotmenting. But we lost our confidence a little bit, and we were so nervous about
really a bit odd.
sowing the first seeds, and even the potatoes. We've sort of thought, oh, we should have done them a bit deeper, or we've forgotten. But it doesn't matter. It's going to grow, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, we're really pleased, really happy.
So this is our little potting and growing area. The paper pots that we made a while ago on videos have worked out so well. Because we don't know where things are going necessarily, we can just plant these in wherever we want them to be.
They're
and look,
ready to go, aren't they?
so yeah, maybe before we go, we need to find a bed to stick. These are mange two peas, I think, sugar snap peas.
Sugar snap peas, yeah.
But we've not bought anything except a few little plastic trays. These are tomato boxes and mushroom trays with paper pots. There's a table on the allotment where people leave things they don't want. So some seed trays we got from them, and we've had some plants from there already. Some rhubarb, some shallots that were growing beautifully, and there's a little bit of a swapping session goes on. You just put excess stuff on the table. So yeah, we're just trying not to buy anything and to make do with what we've got, and so far it's really good. Somebody cut a rosemary bush down on the allotment yesterday, and so I've tried taking some cuttings. I don't know if they're going to work because they're in flower.
All these are mostly flowers over here, aren't they, for the allotment?
A lot of flowers.
Yeah, of bug attractive flowers for the bees and the butterflies, etc.
And we're even making our own plant labels out of milk cartons, margarine tubs. So everything that we can, we're recycling and reusing. And yeah, it's good.
So I hope you enjoyed our little tour of the plot and what's happening in the greenhouse here, and we'll be keeping you updated as the season progresses.
Yeah, as soon as we start harvesting, you will know. And we've just found out today that there is a competition.
Oh, they have a garden competition in the village.
It goes on later in the year, so I don't know if we stand much chance on that, but it's all a bit of fun, isn't it?
Well, it spurs you on a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
We will do. See you soon.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
What are you up to?
Nettles for the curry.
Picking nettles for the curry. Lovely sunset.
You know it makes sense, don't you? It's lovely.
Thanks for watching, and a big thank you to all our supporters on Patreon, YouTube members and Buy Me a Coffee. Also, big thanks to everyone who's bought our products through our website floatingourboat.com. See you next time, and please like and subscribe.